Anything else, I want you all to please stand up for our opening prayer this morning. May I request Cherry Love Saladaga to lead our prayer this morning. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. So good morning, class. How are you this morning? Okay, I guess everyone is good and excited to learn from our new topic this morning. But before that, I want you to remain standing because we will be having a song and dance. And this is entitled Fruit Salad Song. For those students who don't know the song, I will demonstrate first the dance, and after that, all of us will be going to dance together. Am I clear? Okay, so it goes like this. Watermelon, watermelon, papaya, papaya, banana, 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 fruit salad, fruit salad. Okay, another one. So, watermelon, watermelon, papaya, papaya, banana, 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 fruit salad, fruit salad. Okay, do you get it? Okay, if you get it, let's start with the music.
Watermelon, watermelon, papaya, papaya, banana, 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 fruit salad, fruit salad. Watermelon, watermelon, papaya, papaya, banana, 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 fruit salad, fruit salad.
Okay, I guess everyone is energized and have the energy to listen from our new topic this morning. Okay, so before you take your seat, align your chairs properly and pick up some pieces of the paper on the floor. Okay, that this side. Okay, but before anything else, let me check your attendance first so that I will be able to know who are present and absent in my class. If I will going to call your name, just say present. Cherry Love, Lovely, Cherry Lou, Shona, Inario, and Wanilin. So everyone is present this morning. But before that class, I want, as the same with the other teachers, I want you to be reminded by my rules and regulations in this class. And this is abbreviated by the word ART. A stands for always participate during the whole duration of our discussion. R, which stands for respect everybody's opinion and perspective about the topic. And the last one, T, stands for talk if you want to say something or if you want to participate from the lesson that we have this morning, and pay attention to the discussion. So is my rules and regulation in this class clear? Okay, now class, I have here a behavioral chart. So this behavioral chart will determine your participation and your cooperation in my class. So the class will be divided into two groups. So this will be the group 1 and this will be the group 2. So this behavioral chart will function just like this. So for every members of the group will be able to answer my questions, because during the duration of the session, I will raise and ask questions or throw questions about your ideas or opinions about our topic. And for those students who will be able to answer my questions, will be having a points. So for group 1, this will serve as your point, which is the square. So if the members of the group 1 will be able to answer my question, I will paste this little figure or shape in the respective group. And also at the same with the group 2, if they will be able to answer my questions, they will be having also a rectangle shape. So, is everything clear, class? Okay, I will encourage everyone to please participate and work as a team, because at the end of this lesson, the winner of this behavioral chart will be having additional points, 5 points for their attendance this morning. So is everything clear, class? Okay, so but before we go down to our new lesson this morning, I want you to ask, what have we tackled last meeting? Okay, if you want to answer, just state your name. Or raise your hand rather. Okay, yes, Cherry Lou. Okay, last meeting, we tackled about perimeter. So, what is perimeter? Yes, lovely. Very good. So, the group of lovely will receive a rectangle shape as the points, and the group also of Cherry Lou will receive a square for participating in the discussion, for answering the question. So to thoroughly assess your understanding about our lesson last meeting, let us have an activity. I have here, wait a minute. So I have here a set of flashcards, and what you are going to do is to find or solve the perimeter of the object that I presented to you. So for example, I have here a shape of square. So I want you to find the perimeter of this object. Am I clear? Okay, let's start. So for number 1, who wants to answer? Okay, yes, Enerio. Okay, very good. So the perimeter of this object is 12 centimeters squared. So the group of Enerio will receive a point. For the second one, what is the perimeter of this square? Okay, if you want to answer, just please raise your hand to avoid distraction. Okay, yes, lovely. Okay, the perimeter of the square is 16 inches squared. Very good. So the group of lovely will receive a point. So for the third one, what is the perimeter of the square? Yes, Wenlin. Okay, so the perimeter of the square is 16 centimeter squared, because if we're going to add the sizes of the different sizes of this square, we will be able to get 16 centimeters squared. So 5 times 3, 8, plus 5, 13, and plus 3 equals 16. So it is 16 centimeters squared. So Wendelin, the group of Wendelin will receive a point. And for the next one, find the perimeter of this object. Yes, Enerio again. Okay, very good. So the perimeter of this object is 12 inches squared. So because if we will be going to add 4 and 2, we would get the result of 6 plus 4 equals 10, and plus 2, we would get 12 all in all. So the answer, the perimeter of this object is 12 centimeter or 12 inches square rather. So it is correct. So the group of Enerio will receive a point. And for the last one, what is the perimeter of this object? Yes, Josephus. Okay, very good. So the perimeter of this object is 28 centimeters squared. Because again, just what like I've said earlier, if we were going to add 8 and 6, we would get 14 plus 8, 22, and plus 6, 28. So the perimeter of this object is 28 centimeter squared. So all of your answers are correct, and the group of Josephus will receive a points. Now that I know that you already understand or understood our topic last meeting. So by that, the students will be able to answer those questions will be receiving points. So group 2, group 1, group 1. So the group 1 has 4 points and the group 2 has 2 points. Now class, I have here a picture. I want you to observe the picture because I will raise question regarding to your observation about the picture. So here it is. Do you see it clearly, class? Okay, I will be giving you 1 minute to observe this picture. Okay, time's up. So my first question is, what is the picture all about? Yes, Cherry Lou. Okay, so the picture is all about a square. Now class, what have you observed inside the square? Yes, lovely. Okay, very good, lovely. So inside the square, it is divided into 4 equal parts. Now class, how many parts does this object or figure has? Okay, if you want to answer, just please raise your hand. Yes, Cherry Love. So this object or figure has 4 equal parts because as we can see, this is the first one or the first part, the second, third, and fourth. So all of your answers are correct. And this figure is divided into 4 equal parts, and meaning to say it has 4 equal size. So very good. Now class, did you know that there is an exact term or way in order to measure the equal parts of an object? Okay? No? Okay, if none, so be with me this morning as we are going to venture or tackle about our new topic this morning, which is entitled Okay, can you read everybody? Okay, our lesson this morning is all about area. So, listen to me carefully and attentively because at the end of the lesson, you are all expected to do these following objectives. So, kindly read the first objectives, all boys. Okay, find the area of a given figure. For the second objective, kindly read all girls. So measure the area using square units. And for the last one, read all together. Okay, integrate the importance of area in a real life situation. So thank you for reading, everyone. Now class, I want you to observe the picture that I have shown to you earlier. So, in your own understanding, how can you define area? um, this is the picture that I've shown to you. So, based on this picture, how would you define area? Okay, yes, lovely. Okay, area is about measuring an object. Okay, let's find out. Okay, so area. So kindly read, Cherry Love. Okay, area is the amount of surface space that an object has. So the answer of Lovely Balikik is correct because he said that area is something to measure an object. So like this one. In order to measure this object, we must be able um, to know how much space inside this object. So in area, we will be able to know area if it has a surface space that an object has. So this one. So this one. So this is the area. So in order to calculate or to measure the area of a given figure or any figure, there is a formula that we need to use. And this formula is area equals length multiplied by its width. And this formula is abbreviated by the word area stands for A stands for area rather, length stands for L, and X or times multiply, W stands for width. So A equals length multiplied by width. So in order to know what is the length and width of the figure, so this is the length of the figure while this is the width of a given figure. Is that clear, class? Okay, so I have here an example. So, I have here a figure of square. So at this very moment, class, we'll be only to focus on the figures of square and rectangle because both of them have the same formula to measure. So let's start first with the square. So a figure of square. Like what I've said earlier, we will only to focus on the square, the figure of square, and the figure of rectangle because both of them have the same formula to use, which is area equals length multiplied by its width. Now let's proceed to this figure of square. So this figure of square measures 2 centimeter in length and its width measures 4 centimeter. So what is the area of this certain figure? So what is the first process we need to do or steps to do in order to get the formula or to get the area of this certain figure? Okay, very good. We need to use the formula. So the formula is area equals length multiplied by its width. So this is the first step we need to do in order to measure the area of this certain figure. So what is the second step? Yes, Cherry Love. Okay, the second step is we need to find the length and the width of the object. So the length of this object is, yes, what, Cherry Love? 2 centimeter. And how about its width? Yes, Charilu. Very good. 4 centimeter. So this is the second step we need to do in order to get the area of a figure. And for the third step, what is the third step? Does any one of you here know? Yes, Benelin. Very good. We need to multiply the length and the width of this certain object. So the length is 2 centimeter and the width is 4 centimeter. So if we were going to multiply 2 times 4, what would be the answer? Yes, Jane Mers. The answer would be 8. So 8 what? Carabao? Okay, so don't forget also to multiply the square units that's been used in this object, which is centimeter and centimeter. So always remember, class, that area also consists of square units, and these are inches, meter, centimeter, feet, and many more. So that is the square unit for the any of the area, because it plays an important role in order to measure a certain figure or a certain object. So centimeter multiplied by centimeter is we would get centimeter squared. And this is the last process in order to get the formula of an area. So the area of this square is 8 centimeter squared. So am I talking sense here? Do you understand me? Okay, so let's go down to the rectangle. So I have here a rectangle. Eyes on the board. So this rectangle measures 5 meters and its width measures 10 meters. So what is the area of this object? Okay, so what is the first process or step we need to do in order to get the area of a figure? Yes, April. Very good. We need to use the formula of an area, which is A equals length multiplied by its width. So what is the next step in order to get the area of the figure or rectangle? Yes, Florife. We need to find the length and the width of the object. So the length, what is the length and width of this object? Florife. Very good. 5 meter rather, multiplied by 10 meter. Now class, what is the last or third step in order to get the area of a rectangle? Yes, an area. Very good. We need to multiply the two measurements, which is the length and the width. So an area 5 times 10 is equal to 50, and meter multiplied by meter is we would get meter squared. So the area of this rectangle is 50 meter squared. So am I clear, class? Did you get me? So is there any questions and clarifications based on the examples that I presented to you? Okay, if none, I want you to solve this third object. Find its area. So this figure is square and it measures, let's say, 5 centimeter, and it's with let's say 5 centimeter. What is the area of this object? Who wants to answer? Yes, Renelyn. Okay, dictate. Dictate your answer. Okay, so the first process is we need to use the formula. Very good. Length multiplied by width. So the next one is very good. We need to get the measurement of the length and the width of this object, which is very good. 5 centimeter multiplied by 5 centimeter. And the last one is we need to multiply the measurement of this object. So 5 times 5, we would get 25 centimeters squared. So the group of Wendelin, Florife, and Energia will receive a points. So the area of the certain object is 25 centimeter squared. So another problem. I want you to measure the formula or the area rather of this object. This is rectangle, and the length of this rectangle measures 15 centimeter, and its width, let's say 20 centimeter. So what is the area of this rectangle? So who wants to answer? Yes, Cherry Lou. Okay, the first process is we need to write down the formula, and after that we need to get the measurement of this object, which is 15 centimeter multiplied by, very good, 20 centimeter. And after that, what are the next process, Cherry Lou? Okay, we need to multiply 15 and 20. So 15 multiplied by 20 is we would get 300 centimeter squared. So Cherry Lou is correct. The area of this certain object is 300 centimeters squared. So the group of Cherry Lou will receive a points. Now class, do you have any questions and clarifications based from the examples that I have presented to you? Okay, if none, I will be going to ask you some questions. Okay class, in your own understanding, do not just based from the definition itself of the area, what is area? Or how would you define area based on your understanding about the things that we do lately? Yes, lovely. Okay, very good. Area involves measurements and it has length and width, and in order to get the area of a certain object, we need to use a formula. So the group of lovely will receive a points. Now class, in my next question, what is the formula we need to use in order to get the area of a certain object? Okay, before to avoid distraction, I want you to raise your hand if you want to answer my question. Yes, April. Okay, we need to use the formula of an area, which is area is equal to length multiplied by its width. So the next, very good. So the group of April received 8 points. For my next question, what is the importance of area in our daily life? Okay, if you want to answer, just raise your hand to avoid distraction. Yes, Chona. Okay, exactly. So area is very important in our lives because through area, we would be able to know or to be able to know how much measurements that an object has. Just like for example, if you want to measure the area of our window, the area of our door, so we need to use the formula, which is area equals length and width, in order to get the exact area of a certain things. Just like for example, if you want to paint your wall and you don't know what measurement it has, so in order to find or to know how much paint you will use in order to um, paint your wall, you need to find its area. So area is very essential in our life because it revolves around us and it has really a great purpose in this world. So by area, it helps us to measure things, just like in measuring our bond paper, our paper, in drawing, if we measure something. So it helps, area really helps us to know how to measure things, and also to be able to know us how to multiply numbers to get the exact answer of the problem. So do you get me, class? Is there any questions and clarifications basing from our discussion this morning? Okay, if none, so let's proceed to our activity this morning. Just wait for a minute. For your first activity, so kindly read the direction, all boys. Okay, you need to find the area of the square and the rectangle. So here are the problems. Problem number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So write it on a one whole sheet of paper, and I will be giving you, let's say, 5 minutes in order to answer these questions. So your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Pass your paper to the front. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next activity. So read the direction, all girls. Okay, I want you all to make an essay about the importance of area in daily life, with only one paragraph consisting of 4 to 5 sentences. So write this essay on a one whole sheet of paper again, and I will be giving you 5 minutes to answer this essay or to make an essay. So your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Pass your paper to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So for your next activity, okay. Kindly read, Cherry Love, the direction. Okay, so direction. Measure the following areas. So here are the problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, and problem 4, and problem 5. So write it also in a one whole sheet of paper, and I will be giving you 5 minutes again to answer these following questions. So your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Pass your paper to the front. Okay, so for your assignment this morning, okay, direction. Look for a problem in the internet that is in line to our topic area. Write it on your notes and answer it correctly. Deadline of submission would be next meeting. So, what you're going to do is to look for a problem that's related to an area or a situation of an area and find the area of that certain situation and write your answer on your notes correctly. So the deadline of the deadline of the submission would be next meeting. So am I clear? Okay, so